Learning intention. I can use relative clauses with a relative pronoun. A relative clause is a specific type of subordinate clause that adapts, describes, or modifies a noun. Relative clauses add information to a sentence using a relative pronoun. Let's have a look at the relative pronouns. When, where, who, that, whose, and which. Now let's see some examples. In this video, the main noun is in green, then the relative clause is in pink. Simi was in a remote village, which was in the middle of nowhere. The main clause is Simi was in a remote village. This would make sense on its own. The relative clause, starting with the relative pronoun, is which is in the middle of nowhere. This would not make sense on its own. She was jealous of her friends who were off on exciting adventures. Ajeyo was very different to Lagos, where they had internet, TV, phone signal and electricity. Simi looked up at the sun that was so high in the sky she knew it was going to be a hot day. Ayanla put her head to the boy's chest when he started to cough. Simi was warmly welcomed by Mama Ayula, whose warmth radiated into her guest. As well as adding the relative clause after the main clause, we can also add a relative clause in the middle of the main clause after the main noun. The villagers, who were incredibly generous, showered Simi with gifts. Ayanla, when visiting the villagers, was kind and knowledgeable. Simi looked at the one house, which was rather untidy, that they had not visited. So to recap, a relative clause adds information to the sentence. It adapts, modifies, or describes the noun and uses a relative pronoun. It can appear in the middle of a main clause or at the end of a main clause.